Well, it was an evening, about 9:30. We'd been busy on bar and we were running out of change. And where is downstairs, came through into the pool side, opened the stairs door, started to run upstairs, got to about where I am now, and there was this, best to describe it is, what my eyes saw was a blurred outline, but inside my head, in my head I could see him as plain as day. And you'd got like two images. So obviously straight away I stood still like that and wondered what on earth it was. He then started to move towards me and I just still leant against the door like this. He came past and he went straight through, and he actually went through part of my arm as he walked down to the bottom. When he got down to the bottom of the stairs, he just simply just turned around and glanced, but not as though he were looking at me, just turned around and glanced and then just disappeared. And it was a case of like, oh, what the hell was that? And then I looked at my arm and all hairs on my arm stood up and goose pimples on that arm. And basically that was it. But a number of years later, a guy came in and I'd never met him before, and he said to me, oh, it's the first time I've been here since we saw the ghost. I said, oh, what exactly have you seen? And he says, oh, we used to have band practice in one of the rooms. He said he'd walked along the corridor. When he got to this part of the stairs, he actually saw this ghost. And I said, well, can you describe it to me? And he described exactly this same guy, to what he was wearing, his build, length of his hair, colour of his hair. You know what I mean? And it was like no shadow of a doubt that he was describing the exact same person that I'd seen, and in the same spot, which was just there.
Oh, that's great. So have you had any other activity? I mean, I know you don't want to do anything upstairs and what have you. I appreciate that. Have you had any other activity upstairs while you've lived there?
No. Only some nights, because to get to like, that's bathroom there. So when you're coming out, the light switch was at this end. So you've got to walk full length of the corridor in dark, and then there's no point turning light on down here. That makes it directly behind you there. Look. So because you're only going to there. 99 times out of 100, not a care in the world. Occasionally, you'll get a sensation as you're walking through this bit that there's someone there, there's something. And I say you don't generally see anything, but you just get that sensation.
That's great. Carbrook Hall stood on the outskirts of Sheffield for nearly half a century. This Grade II listed building, built in around 1620, was an addition to the original house from around 1462 and owned by Sheffield's powerful Bright family. In fact, a house has stood on these grounds from as far back as 1176 and originally owned by the Blunt family. Most of the building was demolished in the 19th century, and all that stands today is the famous Carbrook Hall public house, which has now been selling ale to customers since around 1861. And is still at the moment in the hands of Phil Skelton, who lovingly restored the pub to how it stands today. During the English Civil War, the owner of the time was Colonel John Bright, on the side of the Parliamentarians. And in this very room, they laid plans to take back Sheffield Castle from the hands of the Royalists. In the surrender of the castle, Colonel Bright was appointed Governor of Sheffield in August 1644, and later Governor of York, Hull, and was also made High Sheriff of Yorkshire. He was also MP for East Riding in 1654, and on the 16th of July 1660 was admitted into the Order of Baronets, having previously been knighted. It is said that in this, the most haunted public house in Sheffield, his ghost still wanders. The room we are in now is known as the Oak Room and is open to the public. The ornate carvings around the fireplace in the Oak Room are works of art, and the whole room is oak panelled. It displays a typical Elizabethan pattern. Flowers are the dominant theme, and particularly the emblem of the thistle. In this room, which has the original door, the walls are 2 feet in thickness, a sturdy reminder of olden times. Above is a ceiling of old plaster, repainted by the current owner, in what is thought to be the original colours and had to be painted while they were laying on their back. This is reminiscent of Michelangelo. It took him 3 weeks to finish. The carvings over the fireplace show a nun who has fallen into disgrace. She has grown a tail because of her transgression and is being condemned by the church. This is symbolised by the form of the bishop who stands over her, and the motto here is, wisdom trampling upon ignorance. Around the fireplace are 2 fine rounded pillars, carved with 1 or 2 shields and interwoven with flowers. As in most Elizabethan houses, the servants lived separately from the household, and what is left of the servants' quarters are at the top of the house, which unfortunately is not open to the public. With thick walls and large timber beams, none of the wattle and door walls are visible. Through many years of plastering over, but the heavy crude timber beams run right the way through the bedrooms. The black oak room, also not open to the public, is oak panelled. Like the one we are in now, and a carving on the fireplace represents a bird hunting a worm. There are also 1 or 2 small head carvings after the Elizabethan style. A door in the room leads off, which conceals a small cloakroom, which once gave way to the staircase leading down into this room, the oak room, and into the cellars. It's also possible that Dick Turpin used this staircase in his escape hatch. There was once a small window at the gable end, but when the light tax came into force, this was filled in. On this site also stood a monastery, which could also be the reason for its status as the most haunted pub in Sheffield. The owner and many other patrons to the pub have seen glimpses of something moving around the corner of out of the corner of their eyes, or they've felt a presence around them. The green fields of Carbrook have vanished forever, but it's pleasant to think that a strong link with our past history is still maintained through the presence of Carbrook Hall. Here it stands today as it has stood through many turbulent centuries. The scene in which it was first set has changed beyond all recognition, but the hall remains, treasuring within its walls the craftsmanship of a more leisured age, and bringing the lives of men and women who once knew it closer to our own.